We are live
Hello, everyone. We are live. This is Carol from Arizona and Sheila for
from
Toronto. And then good afternoon here, good afternoon, for a good evening on your side, and good morning to everybody's around the world. So today we will continue with our week 7, the insight of the go lives that we did every day. So pretty much about parentings, parentings and how you manage being a parents and all those kind of fun things. So what do you think about our the parenting? What do you like the most about parenting, Sheila?
Well, of course, it brings me back to the memories when we just had her, my daughter. Well, the feeling, the reward, the experience is amazing. Having becoming a parent is really amazing. The love, all the milestones, all the joys when they first smile, first walk, and the first word. All these things. So I was thinking about those things the moment they talk about parenting. And then, of course, something sink into all the challenges, like when you were afraid of them falling down when they're starting to climb the stairs, when they're gagging with their food. But then those are phases and it passed. And then you gotta never, it passes. And then you have another issue, like they become teenagers, and then you don't
Right,
talk to them.
right,
All those little things, those are the things that came into my mind. Like, but I love the rewarding feeling and the joys of being a parent, even though
right,
there's some challenges. Because you know what? No matter how many challenges, you just think about the happy moments. The first
right,
walk, the first step, the first one, and then it goes away. And then, of
right,
course, it you also get some tips from other parents, so it
right.
makes it a little bit easier for you. That's it. That's it.
Right, right.
Mhm.
The like being a parent, the unconditional love for your kids,
Yeah, yeah.
regardless. I mean, they do bad or they do good, but then the love for them, it's I just like I don't know. I just like, even though you met and then you realize that, sometimes I know that sometimes I as a parent, sometimes I'm overreact. So sometimes, we work, we have all this issue, and all of a sudden our kids doing all this stuff, and then we overreact.
Mhm.
So, and a lot of parents, I know that I feel guilty too, on that, but never feel too big, when you know that what you did are wrong or whatever. You can always go and tell them you're sorry, because a lot of parents, they feel like they're too big not to say sorry to their kids, even though they know that sometimes that was kind of like their mistake, but then because of they think their parent, they cannot, the pride get in the way, but I realize that if you go and tell your son that you're sorry, and you don't mean to do this or whatever you have, so in a way it can help them being build their character, that they trust you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The bonding is,
Okay.
it's getting stronger because of that, because of the openness, and
Right,
you're being honest to them that you also make mistake,
right,
even though you have more experience than them, than the kids, because you've been through a lot too. But
right,
you're human. You make mistakes, and accepting that you make mistakes will make them respect you more. You
right,
know that's how
right,
it is. So yeah,
right,
so, and you know what, another thing that I like, what we discuss, is how we manage the milestone of our kids, because
right,
milestones happens. We are I mean, not lucky, but that's not the word. There's an advantage for both of us, because we only have one child.
right.
Because other people who have several children,
Mm-hmm.
then the milestone of in every individual is different. So
Right,
sometimes one kid will go under so much pressure because the sibling achieved
right,
earlier than the
right,
other one. So we
right,
have to learn how to manage that, and
right,
give them the proper praise, and then
right,
encouragement if there is a setback. For example,
right,
they're two kids, and one kid has a setback and the other one is achieving. How
Right.
can you even, so that they
Right.
don't feel the pressure, especially the other one? Yeah,
That
that
is
one,
true.
I was
Yeah.
looking at it and I said, I think I'm a little bit lucky because I only have one. The only disadvantage is that sometimes we over, as you said, we overreact or we overindulge them. We
Protected.
spoil them. We overprotect and sometimes we spoil them. That's the disadvantage of one. But
Right.
milestone is a very important thing to
Right.
celebrate with kids because it's,
It
mm,
it helps busy celebrating their milestone. It kind of helps them grow, learn
mhm,
new
mhm, mhm.
things, so I guess as a parent, especially if, like when we first become a parents, so we don't really know much about it, but then we learn that, at certain age how they
Yeah.
develop from,
Yes.
started to slowly walking, started calling our name and
Yeah.
saying, oh, this little thing, the social
Oh, it's
skills.
amazing. Yeah.
You, like you mentioned, every kid, they develop at their own level, so that's why as a parent we do have to be patient, because some kids excel faster, some kid excel slower, but regardless, you need to encourage them, celebrate them, and understand that they will accelerate at their own time. And I remember that, even my son, when he was young, kindergarten, he doesn't know how to write at all. He doesn't know how to read at all, and I feel like worried at that time. I mean, he's in the country. He doesn't know how to read, and he can't write or anything. But I was worried about that. But then when he's come to the first grade, he reads really good, and his handwriting is one of the best handwriting in school, or in his class, because I know that when I went to school to volunteer, and the teachers all like come. So
Yeah.
that's why you can't really
They have
force.
their own time to
Yeah.
develop. Yeah. And you know what? So I was talking about being one child, but you know what happened is now our child can be compared with other kids. Like, for example, if they have cousins or if they have classmates, I'm guilty of that. When I'm
Uh-huh.
seeing some of our classmates, they're doing ahead of, it's
Right.
kind of, it's kind
Right.
of, but then you realize when they learn, they really learn. It's their own time. You don't push it
Right.
because it's gonna
Right.
be a pressure. It put them under pressure. Is not even good. It's gonna get worse when you put them
Right.
under pressure because
Right.
it's kind of, they get so stressed. Kids, children, little kids get
They
stressed.
do.
That
They
they
do.
get stressed when you push them
Too
to to do
much.
the.
Yeah. Yeah, and they
But
would
yeah,
sometimes, that's so true, because I remember, kids sometimes like peer pressure when they don't do that one, and then you try to compare them with your friends, yeah, our friends' kids, they don't. I mean, it put pressure on them, really,
yeah,
because
and you hurt their feelings. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
yeah,
that's why I'm bad at that because I'm not verbally saying it. Maybe my body language shows it. You know,
right, right,
but sometimes we're human too. We
right,
oh, they're doing that when you react, and then you're
right,
looking at your child. Why is she not doing it? So it's we really have to know their milestone, the development of each child is different, and then so we know how to support them, what kind of
right,
support we have to give them for the next milestone. After
right,
we celebrate this, we know for a fact what's next, so we have
right,
to be ready on
right,
how are we going to advise them or encourage them.
right,
That's why
right,
for me that's an important thing, that
yeah,
milestone. It's not just celebration or anything. You got to think about what's involved, and it's not just
right,
physical, it's including mental,
right,
all those emotional, those are the all the other things involved for
right.
every milestone. Yeah.
Right, because it also, that in that stage, it also slowly built them to become who they are, the individual, like in the
Yeah, yeah.
in the future. So that's why as a parents, like, we need to let them. And I mean, this advice not just for everybody else, it's for me too. Sometimes let them try to, because like you and I, we have one son, right? For example, my son, he wants to do the skateboarding. I'm like, no, no.
We're terrified. That's me. Actually, I keep on telling my son, he said, Miles, since I keep on telling him, um parents are made to worry. Their job is to worry. So you cannot blame me. But you know what? Sometimes when you too worry too much,
Yeah,
and you keep them from
right,
moving forward or
right,
growing from something, and they'll
right,
be scared too if you show them
right,
that you're scared. Because
right,
remember that part, the inner voice, our words and our action are their inner voice. So
right,
however we teach them growing up, they will remember it when we're trying to make decision. No,
right.
if they want to make decision when they're adult, the taking risk will not be their option because they've been taken care of too much or protected too much. Oh
That
my
is
goodness.
that is so
Parent,
true. That is so true. That's why, when he said he wants it, I kind of have a doubt, and then but later on I'm like, let him try, and so now he's skateboarding to the gyms, ever. So you know what I mean. It's fine. You just let them do, and then sometimes he said to me, "Mom, trust me, I'll be fine." So
oh, then yeah, see, that's it. It builds a confidence too when you showing them you're trusting them, isn't it?
right,
That
right,
they can do it, and they'll be better on anything. It
right,
depends on whatever they're doing. If
right.
you give them the confidence, if you're trusting them, like that they can do it, and they'll be
Right.
able to do it. It's
That is so
parenting
true.
is really a roller coaster.
It really
You feel so like so all those rewarding feeling and everything, the love and everything, and then
right.
you feel scared too somehow because
Yeah,
I don't want to make a mistake, because
exactly.
making mistake in a way that they're not going to grow up the way they're
Right,
supposed to. They can't
right,
protect themselves because we never
right.
taught them how to do things. all
Yeah.
these all these things on your head. But you know what, I think I'm always saying this, and my husband always saying this, like just love them, give them all the love,
That
yeah, because as long as there's a boundary on the
I
safe and everything, but love them all the time, hug them
that
all the time. That's the
That
most
is
important
that
thing.
is that is so true. Just like as a parent, be there to support that and create a loving environment, with them. Like you say, love them and hug them, always compliment them, even though they do not so good. We still encourage them, and then don't forget to spend quality time with them.
Yeah, that's the
Little
most
things,
important thing.
yeah, just like watch movie together, play games together, go for a walk.
Walk, yeah,
Yeah,
just simple
those
things, simple
exactly,
things. Yeah.
exactly. So
Those are the
yeah.
things. Anyway, yeah. So we've discussed so many. That's what I'm gonna say. But I think if we don't watch it, we're gonna talk forever because there's so many things about parenting, all the challenges and all the rewards, all the milestones, all the things. So I think we've discussed so enough, many already, and then yeah, it is another week of really an eye opening for me, because sometimes we don't really pay attention to it, but it's there. So now
Right.
that we're trying to prepare for our discussion, daily discussion about those topic, about those milestones, about those inner voice that the parents are the inner voice of the, we've it opens our eyes to all the things that we've learned so much from it. That's what I'm gonna say.
I also want to mention that I guess one of the reason that you and I we started this business too
Mm,
is because of the we want to spend more time with our kids, and
that's true.
I would say that majority of the parents in our group, we that's one of the main reason we doing this business, because we want the time, more quality time with our kids. So whoever's watching and thinking that to find side hustle or to find something that you can do from home, so that you can spend more time with your kids rather than send your kids to daycare.
Yeah,
Check it out.
or instead of getting two jobs, three jobs, might as well do this, because this business, you can still work full time in one job, and this business will work in autopilot, like like automation is our thing here.
Yeah,
So for those people who are still full-time working, they can do this instead of getting another second job or third job to earn extra money, because we also wanted to do more things with our family.
yeah,
Sometimes it involves additional money.
Right,
You
because when
cannot,
you have like you said,
yeah, yeah.
mentioned 2 3 jobs, you have to go to that
Yes, yes,
space,
yeah.
so you'll be out again from your family time. So, but then when you do this business, you can do from home, you can do from business, so you have more time to
And
do
yeah,
this business. And like you mentioned about the automation system, that being even working full time because of the automation system that we have, you only have to put 1 or 2 hours a day, and then you still have all this
mhm,
time left, to be
mhm.
with your family, so yeah, to
And
put
if
this
you
in
are,
a
yeah, if you are, if you want to completely stay at home, even more, isn't it? You can
yeah,
do this from home. You can,
yeah,
some of our business partners are actually not working from any other, but this business, they make this their plan A already.
right,
And
right,
they're spending all of their time at home with their kids at the same
right,
time doing this business. So
right.
that's another thing. Some people, initially they will use this as a just a plan B or side hustle, and then
Mhm.
eventually when the earning is more than their actual job, they leave the actual job and become a full-time business owner, which is also great because now you can really spend all your time with your family and you can travel with them because this business you can take it with you wherever.
Yeah,
I remember you were just out there, you went to Malaysia for 2 months. Imagine that. How can you do that if you're working, isn't it? I love
exactly.
this business. Yeah,
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly. So yeah, so basically, that's it about parenting for us for this week, and we will continue again for our daily life tomorrow, and we see you guys again next Sunday. I hope whatever Sheila and I share will help other parents. Will give some ideas to other parents, even not that much if it's little thing. I hope it helps. And then the and also for like, I just want to mention again, for any parents who wants to spend more time with their family, contact Sheila or contact me. We can help you so that you can start this business, that you can work from home, make some money, and also spend time with your family.
That's
So
correct. Yeah.
yeah,
Thank you.
that's it from us, and then enjoy your Sunday, and
Yes.
thank you from Carol here and
And
from
Sheila from Toronto. Thank you so much for listening and watching. And we'll see you again tomorrow. We'll see both. We'll see you again for us next Sunday. But tomorrow we'll be doing our live again. Thank you
yes.
so much.
Thank
Bye
you
for now.
for your support, everyone. Thank you. Bye now.
Bye now.